Dude, talk about your guitar. We talk about it.
Let's go. It's new, right?
This one is the Grace 77.
Say,
Only for those who know how to forgive, folks.
shall we go, my friend, man?
I'll grab it. Do you want to hold it or should I hold you?
You can keep it.
Man, Zaganen has already been here and gave a technical lesson about this guitar. So there's the story about the neck that it goes into a atomic thing, right? How is it again? Nitrogen of some sort.
Nitrogen.
It's something nuclear, atomic, something like that. He said it, man. I'm not joking. It's a nuclear chamber, something like that.
It's the wood. Actually, they age the wood, right? Something like 30 years in less than 8 hours of production. I don't know if it's a product they use. I just know they have a method that...
Nitro.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. Like,
it's a new technique he's using. The first guitar he's making is this one.
in fact, you were surprised because you didn't know, right?
I didn't know, man. He just told me recently. I didn't know he was doing it.
Before it was a lighter neck, right?
Yes, lighter.
Like one from this. It's not here. It's there. The other one.
That's right.
It's the palm fine. The neck is lighter. Okay, got it. Man, what were your requests regarding this guitar here? What did you ask? Zagarin to modify to meet your needs?
Actually, the color, right? The color change, this sparkly black, the pickup is Cacau Santos' signature, which he makes himself.
And why two humbuckers?
Man, after I switched to Sandueli, there was also a change in musical style. I started to notice that the groove sound, the riffs leaning towards hard rock in Willie were heavier than in Thales. Things like doubling with guitar and bass and such. And with the guitar, I was playing with Thales, which was single. You know, even that more traditional tele, it wasn't cutting it.
It was thin.
Yeah. And the sound of the tele, people ask, why do you only use a tele for groove, Cacau? There's a secret. It's even a studio secret. The Telecaster bump, the groove itself, what predominates in the groove. It's bass and drums, not guitar. However, there has to be a guitar, but the guitar can't overshadow the bass or the drums. So, to be able to level the guitar with the drums, I need a guitar that is below the bass, but whose tone cuts through the mix. So, the Telecaster does that within the groove. It cuts through the mix if you use a Strat. Single, it won't cut through the mix of a groove, but a tele with a single coil will. Yes, during Tele's time, that's when I realized, man, if I make a tele with a humbucker, it will cut through the mix because it will have a fuller sound. So I asked Zaga, can we do it? From the... Man, he gave me 14 pickups to test in one day. He has a guitar here at Tajima called the Chupacabra, where he removes this part of the candidate's pickups, and he assembles other pickups, and you test them on the spot. I tested 14 pickups myself. Then I saw the heavier ones, like the EMG style heavier. No, that's not the style. The style more in my style, where I can play other genres within it.
So how many were you undecided about in the end?
Man, there were about 3 that I was kind of
It must be hard to decide here.
decided, but then it ended up with this one. And what happens? Goto, the bridge. With 2 pivots, the locking tuners, also Goto, the black sparkle color. Then, these binding details were his idea. I didn't want them at first, but he said it would stand out, it would work. So he added them. And then the chrome part is gold-plated. Both the bridge and the cap and the tuners. And the name 70 comes from the Gracie 7 line, right? The Gracie line. Which was also made by Zaga himself, you on the day he asked me to create it, so to put the idea together, he did it. It comes, with the idea of the guitar, but it comes with a specific name, numbering, everything serious, everything neat. Tomorrow we will start making your signature line. Then I went to the meeting, Natagima, but the day before I was recording Pastor Ademar de Campos's album, and there I was. thinking about the DVD and what name to give the guitar. Then, Pastor Ademar de Campos came into the DVD saying, "Where sin abounded, God's grace abounded much more. And God's grace is perfect." Then I thought, God's grace is perfect. Grace, 7, the number of perfection. Then I thought, man, that's it. Grace 7. So I wrote it down, made the DVD, and the next day I turned it off and thought of Grace 7. I said, man, grace as in grace? I said, it's Grace 7. I said, but 7 Cacau. 7 isn't the very cool number because your guitar is going abroad. The people from abroad, Japan, China. The number 7 isn't very welcome, man. I don't know what I did. Man, it's going to be 7. So I insisted on 7. Then he said, okay, I'll talk to Mr. Nay and we'll see because your guitar will be sold abroad too. It stayed 7. Now, the name we're going to put more or less like this, your name and signature, because since it's going to be a signed line, we have to put it more or less. Then I said, no, I don't want a signed name, not in the front. Then he said, no, but every signed line has to be in the front, Cacau. Then I said, no, but this one is different. Why, Cacau? Then I said, man, if I depend on grace and grace is perfect, I have to come after grace. So the name comes after Redstock.
Here in the front, it says Handmade Brazil, right? And Cacau is Santos Tech.
It comes after. So grace comes first, and I depend on it because it is perfect. Stainless steel, right? Stainless steel fret.
Zerosian. Locking tuners, right?
With locks, exactly.
And the one you're using is like this one.
Identical.
There's nothing that...
It's a prototype, actually. It's just that you mentioned at the beginning that the neck is lighter. You don't have this one with that neck? No, not yet. Not yet.
Because really, man, it's beautiful, right, guys? Look at this. It really turned out beautiful. So you're playing with the lighter neck.
Lighter. I've even recorded 2 DVDs with it already, and people don't even know. Not even the folks at Tajima know about this. I recorded Leandro Borges' DVD, and I recorded Willie's DVD last week on Saturday with it.
And with the prototype you mentioned, right?
With the prototype, exactly.
I think it's already going to... I think here at TDT, they're selling it for the first time, right?
Yes, the first time. Its launch is actually today, Mateus.
So guys, it's first time for you all. Look, admire it. And man, I'm going to ask you an even more specific question. Do you switch a lot between the pickup options? Do you spend most of the show in one position, or are you always changing all the time? Especially when I'm improvising and with the drive on. But with the drive on, what do you use? Do you put it on the bridge?
The thing is, all the time it's like drive more. Really, it's here. All the time because of the dynamics, the melody thing, that harmonic situation I want at that moment, so it stays like that. My switch is actually a bit stiffer, a little stiffer than this. One, even more so because I'm constantly, I don't know if you've noticed, when I'm playing, I'm constantly moving the switch all the time, and that's just a way that I don't know.
It's funny, because the more shredder crowd also has these habits, right? Have you noticed that?
No.
It's like Kiko Loureiro too, right? I remember that instructional video of his. Always changing too, right?
I'm doing it all the time, Matthias. It's incredible. So much so that my first guitars, when I started playing the rhythm guitar, I would do maintenance all the time. To change the switch.
This one here is super solid, right, man? Because it's all made of mahogany.
Mahogany.
And you also like this kind of weight and everything?
Has reliefs inside, right? Yes. It's full of holes, right? You can take one, leave it there, man. Full of, hey, leave it there. And it's lighter, right?
Is that one lighter than yours?
It's lighter because it's hollow, right?
No, but the one you're using is 2, man.
The 7, yes, that's it. But it's because I'm talking about the 7 in comparison to this new one. The 7 isn't hollowed out. This one is...
So this one is about 500 grams lighter, right?
Yes, much lighter.
Let me see if I have more Asperg. Man.
Thanks for...
Good night. He didn't even touch it the first time he got close to the... Because you got here, we went to have lunch.
It's because this one is updated. This is the one that will... I even told Zaka, I'm going to take mine today, right?
Did he say he's going to take it? I saw it. There's a lot there, actually. You can take it.